Hey music makers, did you know that every time a song is played it generates royalties? And if so, do you know how to collect all your music rights from your compositions? If you're not sure, that is perfectly understandable. In fact, collecting music royalties has always been a complicated process that only major labels could deal with for their artists. If you are a songwriter, composer or beat maker, you could be missing out on royalties from your compositions. But luckily now there is a simple way for you to collect all the royalties earned for your music. And in this video we're going to show you how, so stick around. Before the digital era, music distribution was all about physical sales, CDs, vinyls, cassettes. And to get your music into stores or radio stations, you usually needed a deal with a record label or a distributor. For most indie artists, these deals were hard to come by. And even when your music was being played, royalty tracking was mostly manual. Now imagine radio stations, clubs and venues reporting plays on paper, if they even reported them at all. There was little to no automation, and that meant a lot of plays were untracked and unpaid. Getting your music out there internationally? Forget about it. Without digital platforms, reaching fans in other countries or licensing your music or film and TV was nearly impossible. The gatekeepers, like labels and publishers, controlled all the opportunities. And on top of all that, the cost of doing business was really high. If you wanted to negotiate contracts, collect royalties or audit payments, you needed to hire expensive lawyers and administrators. And for most independent artists, that just wasn't an option. So yeah, collecting royalties was a nightmare back then, but even today it is still really complicated. There are multiple types of royalties to distinguish between. You have performance royalties, mechanical royalties, synchronization royalties, and more. And each one comes with its own set of rules, organizations, and collection methods. If you're feeling lost already, don't worry. You can check out our previous video where we break down all the royalties and explain all of them in detail. So essentially, you've got to manage all these different streams and understand how each one works. And without a record label to back you up, you're on your own to figure it all out. Independent artists often don't have the same resources as signed artists, like legal teams or industry connections. And this makes it harder to navigate the system, track and manage the data and enforce their rights. And this even without mentioning international collections, which can be an even bigger headache. Different countries have their own collection societies, each with different rules, languages and currencies. And adding to all this chaos, you also have that payment processes often lack transparency. It can be really hard to know how much revenue is generated, what deductions are taken and when you will actually see the money. And with all this lack of clarity, how can you know if you've been paid fairly? Here's the good news. Today, Rootknote can help you collect all royalties with no effort. That's right. Rootknote can help you overcome all these challenges and make sure that you get paid for the money that you owed. At Rootknote, we work directly with multiple collection organizations around the world to collect artist royalties and simplify the process for you. You can collect your performance royalties, mechanical royalties, and neighboring rights. And we also offer YouTube microsynchronizations. You can have all of this for free without signing up and with no hidden fees. And you can apply to Rootknote Publishing to make sure that your royalties are collected even if you haven't released your music with us. The second you compose music, you create a copyright. We can protect this for you and make sure that you're paid whether it is used by yourself or anyone else. If you uploaded your music through us, then alongside the revenue you see in your monthly earnings from streams and purchases, there is also additional revenue generated for the songwriter or composer. This is called publishing revenue and it's collected by performance and mechanical rights organizations around the world. These include organizations like the MLC, PRS, ASCAP and the Harry Fox Agency, each handling royalties depending on where the stream or performance originated. With Rootknote Publishing, your publishing revenues are collected for you with no upfront fees. So you can start collecting all the royalties that you owed without any barriers. You can get more detailed information and get in touch with us just by going to www.rootknote.com/publishing. Like and subscribe or follow the channel to stay in touch and be alerted on all upcoming news. See you next time.